Hey everybody, it's Libby DeLucien again with WootRecruit, your go-to recruiting program for the high turnover industries. If you're a lawn care, landscaping, cleaning company, roofing, you name it, we are here for the service-based industry. We are the first ever recruitment program tailored exclusively for the service-based industry, turning recruiting into a growth engine. Stay tuned to learn how to transform your hiring strategies. I'm Libby DeLucien, and we are going to get started. So this topic is I say this about everyone, one of my favorite topics. Why? This is going to be recruitment around mindset. And first, I want to explain to you, well, what is mindset? Let's dive in and take a look at what is mindset. So mindset, so we have everyone's like, oh, you should have a positive mindset or you're negative. So I'm going to explain mindset, positive mindset, and then I want to explain what is manifestation. And then once I explain those, we're going to jump into how does this relate to my recruiting? You're like, this chick is crazy. But with mindset is all about how you view the world and yourself, right? It's a collection of your beliefs, your attitude, thoughts. But with a positive mindset, it means you have a positive approach to challenges and setbacks, and you can focus on the solution and growth rather than dwelling on the problem, right? That's a positive mindset. We cover what is manifestation or manifesting. Well, manifesting, on the other hand, goes a step further, and it's not just about thinking positive, but it's about believing and behaving as if the desired outcome was yours. I want to say that again. Believing and behaving like the desired outcome is yours. So this topic is so great. I'm not sure if you guys are fans of the Think and Grow Rich book. It's such a great topic. And how does this relate to recruiting? We're going to get into that because I think that this can transform your recruiting. It's the power of mindset and manifestation when it comes to recruiting. So let's get into some of the skepticism, right? What do we hear all the time? I want to really help you see that changing our mindset and our approach to recruiting can significantly impact our success, significantly impact it in attracting the right candidates. I swear to you, this is 100% a real thing. We recruit for hundreds of companies, and this is one of the conversations we have to have with them. And I want to get into it. I mean, how many times have you heard some of these sayings, right? Oh, everybody sucks. Nobody wants to work. Everybody's garbage, right? And I'm always, and if you know me, the exact thing I'm going to say back to you is, okay, so no one wants to work, or is it that no one wants to work for you? And that's a really hard statement to hear because there are companies everywhere. They're staffed. They have great culture. They have no problems hiring. They have a wait list. But I think that, this mindset, this negative, positive mindset, this manifestation topic is a great topic that will change the way you recruit. Because if you have a negative mindset, it can affect your recruiting process, potentially repelling good candidates and creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. If everybody sucks and nobody wants to work, what do you think you're putting out into the world? I just want you to think about it. In a mindset, the definition of mindset was the way you viewed the world and yourself. So is that the way you viewed yourself? Because it says the world, that's the pure definition. I pulled it. And so you need to think, why do I have this negative mindset? Positive mindset means, because that was the definition, it is approaching a challenge or setback with a positive outlook, focusing on solutions and growth rather than dwelling on the problem. So you cannot tell me that you have a positive mindset if you're telling everybody sucks and nobody wants to work, because you're dwelling on what happened to you in the past or when we've gotten burnt. I've been burnt, right? typically it's because I chose the wrong person. We hired the wrong person. It's not because everybody sucked and nobody wanted to work. So this is a big topic, and I really want to encourage you guys to really think about this on another level, right? The power of positive thinking and recruitment, well, it can transform the process because you can craft job descriptions that really describe that positive work environment, right? If it's just a laundry list of demands, I don't want to work there either. Like, who wants to work there? And then you can really convey that in the interview process, that positive mindset. Nobody wants to work for a negative Nelly, right? And if your mindset is negative, that is coming off in your job ad, and that is coming off in your interview, 100%. And also maybe why people are leaving. So you really want to make sure that we just did a call with someone. Literally, we did the call that morning. That day, she hired 4 people, said it was great. She's like, I don't know what you guys did to the recruiting process or funnel. I don't know. We didn't do anything because we didn't have time to change it, because she went in with a different mindset. Instead of that everybody sucks, everybody's garbage, nobody wants to work, she changed her mindset, and all of a sudden she saw that that wasn't true. So you want to make sure that you're really, really looking in at manifesting. So what does that mean when it comes to recruiting, right? What is the power behind it? Manifesting is actually defining a clear vision of what that ideal candidate looks like, believing that it's possible to attract them. I want to say that again. Manifesting is creating a clear vision of what that ideal candidate looks like, acts like. Not looks like physically. I'm saying, what do they do? What kind of work do they deliver? And believing it's possible for your company to attract them. Because I've heard this 100 times, like, oh, I don't have great benefits. Who's going to want to work here? I don't know what my vision is. Well, if you don't know what your vision is, how are we going to attract anyone that's in line with the vision? When people are like, oh, nobody wants to work, everybody sucks, then my response is, well, what are you looking for? What does good look like? And if you can't tell me in detail what good looks like, what you are looking for, then this is probably your number one problem. You have no idea what you're looking for. So if you don't know what you're looking for, then yes, in turn, everybody sucks. So really looking at this in detail and then manifesting it, believing it, and then you start with the idea of that candidate. You start visualizing hiring a successful person. How does that look? How am I going to onboard them? Right? Visualize it and it will happen. Focusing on the qualities that you seek in the candidate. Focus on those qualities. Acting as if they're already on the path, you're already on the path to finding them. Focus on that. Stop focusing on them. Focus on those qualities. What do they look like? Start aligning your recruitment practices with those beliefs. Because you can't tell me that, like, oh, my state makes it hard. I can't grow because my state, depending if you live in one of those really hard states, right? We got California, we have Washington State, we have Montana, Minnesota. I think it was Minnesota. That if you keep saying that my state isn't letting me, like, they're my bottleneck, I can't, well, you're not going to. But other companies in those states can do that and do it really well. So it's not true across the board. So manifest it. What do they look like? Visualize it, right? How do they act? And start acting that way. Remember, it's not just believing, but it's believing and behaving. So you want to make sure that you're doing these things. And I would say, make sure that you're emphasizing things like company culture, being transparent about expectations, and maintaining open communication with the potential hires is huge for a positive recruitment process, right? But I would say that if you don't have, and yes, you've heard this 100 times, and I'm going to say it again, if you don't have real core values. I mean, real core values, ones that you set down and made, not ones that we copied from somebody from the internet, not ones that we just kind of threw up so we had something, because core values are not public facing. They're made for hiring and firing, right? Or promoting, hiring, firing, promoting. They are 100% employee facing. Yes, we can put them on our website, but they are for our employee facing side. So if you don't have real core values, you don't have a mission, you don't have a vision, you need to start there. Start there. Then you can manifest. What does that perfect employee look like? What do they embody? What characteristics do they have? Are they going to fit the culture? But sometimes we skip over those things because they feel frou-frou, fluffy, right? But in reality, they're at the essence of our company. They're like, it's the North Star. We don't have a North Star if we don't have these things captured. So it's super important to make sure that you're doing these things. You want to make sure that in that you're also addressing some challenges with a positive mindset. Remember, we want to stay positive. So including any issues or with skill gaps, like with current employees, enhancing the candidate experience and leveraging those positive mindsets is key. I 100% believe that people are not inherently evil or mean. They're just misaligned. They don't know sometimes what they don't know, right? Sometimes, believe it or not, they don't know that showing up late is a bad reflection of the interview process. They don't know that. So really make sure that we want to make sure that you're overcoming that negative mindset, and how important positive mindset is, manifestation, and how it can help you work through your recruiting bottleneck. It 100% works. I do it with people every single day, but it's funny because I don't talk about it. I never really realized what we were doing when we were helping and coaching people through these things. And then for my business owners and my managers, I want to really encourage you to adopt this positive mindset and proactive approach and pass it on to our employees and our candidates, whether we hire them or not, right? We're putting positivity out into the world so then we can then receive it back. So I encourage you to adopt it, to emphasize it to your current employees and all of your job candidates who are coming. Hope they have a great day. Give them some swag on their way out. Let them know that, hey, if you have a friend, recommend them to us. Give them a positive experience. Because how many times have we heard this? Every mentor in the world, every Tony Robbins, the Gary V's, all of those things, they all talk about mindset and positivity, and what we put out in the world, we get back. So if you're saying everybody sucks, well, everybody does suck that you come across because you've already proclaimed it to the world. You've self-proclaimed it. So when you say everyone sucks and you start to sit down and do interviews, do you really think you're going to find somebody good when you've just literally said everybody sucks and nobody wants to work? You're not, because you've already set yourself up for that failure. You've already proclaimed that everyone who walks in that door is now going to suck and doesn't want to work, no matter how great of a rock star they are. You've set yourself up to fail. And this is hard as a business owner because I know we get burnt. I know it's hard. I know we get burnt. I know we've made bad decisions. But typically, it's because we chose wrong, right? We only know what we know. And we were just good at the trade, good at the skill set. And all of a sudden we get put in this seat called HR and recruiting, and we're expected to know how to interview and pick people. When in reality, it's a very, very hard skill set to have. So that being said, I do have webinars. We do, if you're a WootRecruit customer, we do 2 internal webinars a week. We do a clarity call, like bring your questions. It's kind of a peer-to-peer. And then we do a teach inside. And then for our non-WootRecruit customers, we do 1 monthly external teaching every single month. And I think this month it's like February 22nd. And we're going to teach the 6 fatal interviewing mistakes you must avoid. 6 fatal interviewing mistakes you must avoid. Come learn. One of my missions here at WootRecruit and with recruiting is to give you guys as much free content as possible to help you to be a teacher. I want to be an impactful educator. I'm not trying to coach because I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. So we have a plethora of free tools in our WootRecruit community. And if you're not a WootRecruit customer, we still have a ton of free tools. We do a ton of webinars because as a business owner, all I want to do is help you in your recruiting game. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to subscribe to our channel or our newsletter and share with another business owner that may be struggling in this recruiting. I mean, every time you hear that phrase, everybody sucks and nobody wants to work, I want you to think of me, and I want you to think of this exact video and say, well, that's a mindset issue. That's not a quality issue. 100% mindset. We need a positive mindset. And from there, we need to manifest because we need to believe and behave like we can do this.